big old stinger. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey, everybody, well, that was, did you see that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 coming right at you, you.
What are we doing?
I don't have any idea. We are doing episode 94 of Wingman's Hangar.
Oh.
I am Eric Wingman Peterson.
That's why it's called Wingman's Hangar, I guess.
Well, kind of, yeah. I guess I was the wingman.
That
I am the wingman.
I'm Rob Designopotamus Irving, and it's not called Designopotamus's Hangar because that's hard to say.
It could have been if you would have been. Now, did they know the way this was built, the show was built? I'll bet you don't.
No.
So when we were doing Star Citizen on the last 24-hour live stream, I'd set up the entire room and everything in the conference room. We're in Lightbox Interactive, and we were doing this live stream. And I got really bored hearing Chris just drone on and on about stuff. And so he was interviewing like Richard Garriott, and he's like, my eyes were about to pop out of my head. And they were just talking. It was cool stuff, but all stuff I knew already, So I went, I'm going to take my laptop and go around the corner, and I set myself up a little station and set up my own channel on Ustream. And I started streaming, and so we started doing stupid stuff like, how quickly can I run in and lick my finger and touch Chris's ear and come back and count? And so people we're just having a blast. We had Sandy was over my shoulder as the parrot, and it was just a fun time. And so my name was Wingman because I was wingman of Chris, and that's kind of how we started the Wingman's Hangar. Yeah, and I wish that was more interesting.
And everyone out there is like, okay,
Yeah.
change
So
the channel.
now we switched projects, but you're still keeping the Wingman.
The Hangar is still
Right.
alive.
Right, and then Hangover is what we do after the show, where we play games and I leak stuff, so to speak. So hang around for the end. We'll be playing leak stuff. Leak stuff.
Take a leak.
So we tell you everything we do in regards to making of Descent Underground. We are in the home stretch of the making of Descent Underground. Geez, that's amazing, isn't it?
I'm numb.
I know. It's crazy because because we're live as a early access title, it slowed our development down quite a bit. But
we're a tiny team.
we're tiny.
Certainly.
I wish I was tinier. But yeah, anyway, so we're
1.75 Robs.
1.55 gigawatts. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Without you guys, there is no us, and that's been an amazing experience for all of us. We love building this with the community. We love the feedback we're getting, even the stuff that makes us go, right. There's a great discussion going on in the forums right now about Conquest and how it's not really working. The first one that captures the first flag cannot be taken out, and so
Yeah, that's a new discussion, and honestly, it's a really good one.
it is a good one. Get in there. Let us know what you think. I tend to agree with what the guy's saying.
Seeing that thread posted, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how it has worked, and
Yeah.
I never really thought about it because we don't play it very often.
Right. You got to allow
There you
people
go.
to, yeah. So anyway, we've got some work to do. We're still balancing the thing out. Let us know what you want, and make sure that you tell Vaniac that we are speeding up the lasers for him. That's something he's been looking forward to.
I think that was our hot topic.
Yeah, the laser speed.
No, the
Doubling the laser speeds?
Conquest mode.
Oh, Conquest mode?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't think we have a hot topic.
Oh,
this
okay.
week
Well, I
anymore.
think something's in here. So, what are we doing this week? Well, we have a training mission. We're redoing the training mission. We're spreading out the objectives, right? Making it easier because they would stack on top of each other before.
Yeah.
It's mostly about flight and shooting. And then we'll start adding more training missions later.
We've simplified it down.
Got rid of the crappy voice acting.
Not yet, but we're working.
It's coming. Yeah. It's not gonna be me.
Thank you,
Lucky stars.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, tiny baby infant Jesus. We'll do. Also, we're going to teach you. We're going to show dodging. We want to show people, what it means to move in 6 degrees of, freedom.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
So
that.
we also do. We're doing small minor. We're taking the bot to low poly so that it works well in the engine.
Yeah, we are.
Low poly's funny because it's really not low poly compared to where we were years ago, where low poly was really low poly.
Okay, there was a Kilrathi ship in Wing Commander 3 3DO that had 8 polys. 8!
That's just almost a sprite.
Plain,
At that point, why aren't you just doing sprite?
box. That's
Yeah.
it.
So, and we're doing an easier to implement objective system for single player, so that what you see in training mission will carry over in the single player. We'll be able to do that and keep you guys informed so you can play it. Why don't we just take a look at this week's studio snapshot, since Mike was grumbling over there that we've been rambling too much.
Good plan.
Neat. Like seeing all that stuff. The artists are hard at work.
We really have no idea what's going on otherwise.
The computers that you're going to blow up in the first single player mission, they're going to have damage states. It's going to fill the space.
I think it's going to be exploded and not exploded.
Exploding,
but, you know,
exploding and not
exploding and not exploding. We're not going to go too overboard with this.
Exploding, yeah. Well, we could if we had like lots of money and lots of
like
artists.
$140 billion.
How much is this? Star Citizen's like 145 million now.
I know.
Yeah. If we could just peel off $1 million.
They wouldn't even notice.
No, we just like shave $1 million off or so. Scrape. Yes, you guys get to work on that.
A few quarters fall off.
Yeah.
And we'll just pile them up in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. We also are doing the videos for the Shaman, Wasp, and Panzer, which is the meat.
Shaman.
Did I say Shaman?
You said Shaman.
Panzer,
Shaman?
Are we doing the Shaman?
What?
Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the Shaman, Wasp, and Panzer. So people will be able to, when you click on them, a little thing will pop up and show you how they work if you want to watch that kind of thing.
I'm just trying to make it more interesting, honestly.
Well, okay.
It's not working.
Wait, making it more interesting or the Shaman? When has it ever? Why would we break the trend now?
94 episodes in, we're still awful.
Flipping 4?
I know, isn't it terrifying?
God, it's almost twice my age.
That's like 10 times as many people as are watching.
Yeah, right. We have the demo of multiplayer coming. We'll be putting out a multiplayer demo to fill up the servers to get everybody in there playing. Now they're only going to have the Wasp, right?
Only the Wasp.
Only the Wasp, and they're not going to have any of the cool ships that you guys are going to have. But
You think
it
we
is
should
a
steal
way.
their turrets?
Huh?
We should steal their turrets.
You mean take the turrets away? Well, we got to give them a little something
That'd
to play.
be mean.
Right. And of course, we are still working on single player.
Single.
Oh, it's time for that beautiful corner this week.
We have a beautiful corner?
Yes! Oh, beautiful corners. Love beautiful corners. But there's a lot of pollen on that stuff, I think, though.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to try something different this week. We're going to let our own Keith Dunkelza McCormic show you guys and talk about what you're seeing. So take it away, Keith.
Thanks, Wingman. What we're looking at here is the process from concept to a finished gameplay model. What you see here is a 3D concept. Sometimes we'd use a 2D instead, but Louhikarme made a 3D. We looked at that and went, it's not quite scary enough. We need something more evil. So he went back, made some changes. And this is what he's got. It's got more of a pincer thing. That was starting to head in the direction we wanted it to go. A little more scary. Revised it again. Tried some arms out on it. They're actually giant drillsy arms. Wasn't quite scary enough, so we went back.
Drillsy arms.
And then came up with this thing. And you can see the arms are a little bit longer. They've got nastier teeth. And there's some secondary animation, these fins that pop up. And we went, that's scary. And so then he took it, he kind of disassembled the model a little bit, did what's called UV unwrapping and texturing. And then he added some more details, some little signs and stuff like that. And now we're at a final thing that's been converted from the high poly to a low poly model for being performant in game. And it is scary.
Cool, that's it. So that's kind of that's the process of making some bots with Louhikarme and Dunk. Thanks, Dunk, for doing that.
Hey, guys, you know what time it is? It's time for
Forum feedback from Explorian. Is it possible to bump the co-op versus AI max players count? Creating a match on Coliseum always seems to fill so fast.
Co-op versus AI?
Yeah, he's saying that like we can go 4 versus the bots, right? So
What, bring it up to like 6?
we'd have to do something. That'd be too easy against the bots, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're hard to
Potentially.
find.
But it might also be, I think what he's thinking also is it's just a way to kind of get a bunch of people together. So like if a 5th person shows up, they can join in and then they can all go play something else. It's a way to kind of gather people, I think is the logic.
We could do that. I mean, right now the co-op has always been limited to 4 players. That's always been our plan because it also works with the campaign being 4 players versus you have to balance this at some point.
Yeah.
But there are ways to scale it up to where you can say, well, because we did this on Starlancer, if you have 1 player, you get this. If you have 2 players, it opens up this, and 3 and 4. But that's something probably. So it's possible. But it's not something we currently have on the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, survival does that, right? Survival does vary the difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it scales. Yeah, it scales, but
Yeah, but
there's code involved.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it wouldn't necessarily hurt to for the larger maps like Tycho and
Coliseum
and maybe even BAM to up it.
Bam. Yep. Sure.
So just a way to gather players, like he was saying, until they want to play something else. They have enough to play.
So that's kind of like a lobby. They use that like a lobby, just to go shoot
Yeah.
a bunch, like a shooting gallery.
It's a place
Yeah.
to park and hang out and wait, and you can get started with one, and then keep adding people in until you have critical mass.
Well,
Yeah,
we could call something like that the shooting gallery, and just
Yeah.
let it be a place to gather and let people join and play, and just have endless number of bots, spawning, and then.
Also code.
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
know.
there's,
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that we could do it eventually. That's something we could.
There's a pretty significant limiting factor, of course, that definitely needs to be considered, and that's how many bots can we run at the same time without murdering performance.
Yeah, we don't know
to see what happens in survival mode now when you get to wave 21.
Mm.
Yes.
Well, I guess
gonna
someone
start-
other than us will find out.
Yes, I think the max
Yeah.
is 20 bots at a time, and that is going to be a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a lot of bots.
Mm-hmm. Bot sanity.
All right. Next question from Zyphon, one of our moderators. Will we see more behind-the-scenes streams like Fire Dragons, maybe with Rob or Kaji working on some asset for Descent Underground?
You all want to see me cussing at my computer?
Apparently they do.
Yeah, that's what I do most of the day. I'm going to move this room all the way to the other end of the training level.
I think we could get Kaji to do a little bit of it, or Lou. I mean, those guys. It's more interesting when you're doing something like that, or Rob if he feels like it, But
Or like working on the sequencer stuff, for example. Yes, why not?
yeah,
Although
I
it
can-
sounds like that might be a lot
I
of
can say
swearing at the
something.
computer too.
That's mostly what you'd get from me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a showcase on the small miner probably next week on like the whole workflow on from concept till the high poly model and all the animation and stuff like that. So
But we're already doing that in this very show.
Kind of. I think
Kind
his will be more detailed.
That's what we get Keith narrating, which is awesome.
Oh, it's terrible. Keith's a horrible voice actor. Especially with
No,
this
we're not.
microphone, because it sorts everything.
It's what we can afford.
And maybe people got some ideas while we are working on stuff, for example. That's
Mhm.
like, hey, could you play something like here? Ideas, oh my god, better not.
Yes. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a good microphone.
Oh.
But
Ooh, wow!
it's so sensitive that the background noise around here is you end up distorting the recording trying to clean out the background noise.
We can hear your fridge running.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So it's like I can't even use that. So
Wow.
I guess you need to go build yourself a sound studio there, Keith.
Oh, they had these beautiful. But I did some volunteer voice stuff, or like reading books for people, and they had these gorgeous booths with like the air conditioning was like in another room and everything. They were so quiet. It was like being in a space pod. You're so
Space pods. Space pods.
It's a space game.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day we can afford something like that. Just maybe one.
I got a closet. Go for it.
All right, moving on. Got a question from Baron. Bunch Marin. I thought it was Baron Munch, but it's Bunch Marin.
Baron Munchausen.
Maybe that's what, I don't know. Are there going to be crazy bots in the game?
Crazy bots?
Oh, that's a good idea. Like an
This is not
insanity.
specific.
I think they mean the like infected.
Yes,
bots.
of course. There's infected bots in there.
Yes, maybe. We're not giving anything away. Yeah.
But to draw a distinction there, we are making a distinction between automated defense bots like in survival and totally crazy bots that are like murderous and everything in the old
The running theme.
Yeah. We're just crazy. All right. Okay. Next question. Moving on. from Blackadder, one of our undergrounders. Is Design Underground coming back this year? Designopotamus, you seem very sick lately. I hope you get better soon. And there's a little heart symbol.
Okay, so sick lately. It was cedar season. For me, there is about a month and a half every year of abject misery when the cedar hits. But that's going away now. I have cleaned the crap out of this apartment so that the cedar is gone. So I should be back to normal. Design Underground, I suppose maybe. We need to do another map building one at some point anyway, because we've got new conventions and things that we probably should teach them. So it's like now that we're being fairly consistent with our own maps, it's we could pass on the love. So maybe I'll do a couple of those in the near future.
And actually, I don't know, Lou's thing might make sense as a Design Underground, kind of package it up, edit it a little bit tighter and stuff, and make a show out of it.
He needs a different name. Something arty.
Art Underground? I don't know.
Oh, Art Underground.
Undergroundy.
Okay, well that's the simple answer.
Design Artaground?
Oh.
All right. Moving on. Where we go? This is from Mardigan97. How many?
Like Mad Mardigan?
I guess. Yeah, like was it from Willow?
Willow.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it. I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay, Mardigan97, who is apparently no longer mad. How many shots does it take to blow up the core in conquest mode? I've emptied all my missiles into it.
Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
You can't blow up the core in that yet. And that's not even the core.
What?
So conquest is not about blowing up the objectives. It's about holding the objective zones. That core will never blow up. It's not meant to. It's an objective capture point. There's a different reactor core that will be present in single player that will be the one to blow up.
It's
will
blowing
look
uppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's still to be balanced as to how many shots it's going to take. And it's not just a single. It's not like the original core where you can just shoot it. It's going to have multiple maps and multiple puzzles and challenges before you can blow it up even. So it's a little more difficult. Difficile.
So to technically answer your question, it takes infinity missiles to blow up the conquest core.
So you're gonna start grabbing
luck.
power-ups.
So it takes all the missiles.
All of them. All of them plus one.
Yeah. Well, it's the other thing that there's an interesting point about the puzzle thing, because it means that unlike some of the original ones, you might see the core early on, but have to go deeper into the mine or whatever to find out how to blow it up. I don't know. Just raises some interesting possibilities. All right. Next question from Explorian. Does the AI run server side or client side?
Server side. The client has no authority. The server has all the authority.
Even in
So,
single player mode?
well, there is no server in single player mode.
You're
You're the server in single player.
is in offline mode.
Yeah. No. AI is run by whichever machine is the authority, and so in any networked case, that's the server. Never trust the client. Do not trust the client.
Okay, that needs to be broken out and reused like repeatedly.
I agree.
It reminds me. What was that Doctor Who episode, Blank, where the doctor's
Slurp.
like, "Don't take your eyes off of it. Don't blink." All right. Our last question this week from
Da 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 da.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the last question.
All right. When will you do another 24-hour live stream, and will it have a lamp?
So I don't think our company's ever done a 24-hour live stream because, well, it's a lot of hard work. And
The last day of the
it's,
Kickstarter.
Yeah, we did 8 hours. Remember?
Yeah, we didn't make 24. No.
Yeah, I mean that's
live
about as
streams
long
are
as,
ludicrous.
dude. We did too many of those on Star Citizen, and I thought we can't do that. It's not sustainable. And now you got streamers dying out there doing those 24-hour live streams. You seen that?
Ooh, yeah, that's
So it's like
No,
I don't think we'll ever do another. We will do more streams. I mean, we're already starting to do that with Fire Dragon. And Lou's going to do one, and Kaji wants to do one, and Rob, still trying to figure out how to work his camera. So we'll do more streams, but it works better when we're in the office. When we get a new office, we'll probably have a better answer for that.
Always good to have fun doing the little forum feedback questions there, buddy.
Always.
Check the shirts. Are we wearing the same shirt? Who knows?
No.
Let's get to this week's hot topic, which we kind of touched on earlier.
We did talk about it.
Hot topic.
Briefly.
All right, so InSpades had a nice bit up there about the mode Conquest and whether it was working. And
It's a little, lopsided.
It is.
Whoever captures first wins.
yeah, it's kind of one of those deals where, it's you look at other products that do Conquest similar modes, and so you kind of design around what other people have done successfully in your mode. But the one thing we have that's different than others is our speed. You get to the zone much quicker. I mean, like
yes, if you know where it is.
Right. It's something
which
like
I have problems with.
Right, Call of
sometimes.
Duty or Battlefield, or you're trudging across terrain. It takes maybe 30 seconds to get back to the thing. It takes a second and a half to get back. So we're gonna have to do some modification on capturing zones and how long to capture. How do you get points if somebody's? Maybe you don't get points when an enemy's in your zone.
Maybe not. Plus, the capture reset might be a little fast. That's another thing he brought up, which I think we need to look at that, but it needs some gameplay consideration,
technically
not
it works.
just a paper discussion.
Right, it works, but now we need to balance out for the mechanics, and it's one of again speed of the gameplay is our game speed changes a lot of the dynamics that are typical in these kind of things. Where sometimes it works out really well, like Minor Mayhem is. Although we had to make changes to that too. Remember, we had to allow you to knock the miner off with concussion missiles or with damage. What's the word I'm looking for? Area of effect damage, and then we had to turn off Afterburner because when we first put it on, it was like capture it, gone. And you're like, wait a minute, you can't stop anybody in this thing. So, but now it's pretty much in the pocket.
Much better.
Right. So we're gonna have to do the same thing to Conquest. So thanks InSpades, and again, get in the forums. Let us know what you think, because we're doing this together, and it only works with a bunch of us balancing it. With 6 guys, 10 guys plumbing here, 6 full-time, 4 part-time, we get it to a point where we're like, hey, that's pretty good, but we really need the hundreds and thousands of people out there playing it from your end, and because to get us in the pocket. That's exactly why we're doing this process. We got a real space news segment.
Yay!
Ooh, real space. In real time.
I'm Michael Morlan, and this is all the real space news you can use. Our top story is last week's announcement by NASA confirming the existence of 3 Earth-sized planets orbiting within the habitable zone of the dwarf star TRAPPIST-1. Named for the Chilean telescope team that first discovered these extrasolar planets, the TRAPPIST-1 system contains at least 7 confirmed planets, and it is a little less than 40 light years from Earth. Like the possibly habitable world Proxima Centauri b, all of TRAPPIST-1's planets orbit relatively close to the star and could support liquid water. However, because they are close to the star, they could be tidally locked, meaning one side would always bake in the endless sunlight while the other froze in the eternal night. Scientists around the world are continuing to study TRAPPIST-1 and its planets to learn more about their elemental composition. Adding to the excitement, the European Space Agency has announced another exoplanet hunting project dubbed Plato for planetary transits and oscillations of stars. Plato is expected to launch in 2024 and will sit in Earth's L2 Lagrange point, which should minimize solar interference and help the spacecraft remain more stable. Europe's space team is also currently engaged in a hair-raising set of precision orbital adjustments. From now through next April, their ExoMars spacecraft will skim the red planet's atmosphere in an important aerobraking maneuver. Aerobraking is widely used to slow spacecraft, but it's still nerve-wracking. Slight errors can have catastrophic consequences. The ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter is set to achieve a stable, nearly polar orbit by 2018. From there, it will serve as a communications relay for future ExoMars rovers. It will also look for minute quantities of gases on the red planet, such as methane, which could be a sign of life. And speaking of methane, NASA recently announced the winner of its Space Poop Challenge. The contest, held in partnership with Hero X, was to design a toilet system that would work inside a spacesuit for up to 6 days. Long imagined in science fiction like Joe Haldeman's The Forever War, integrated sanitation has remained just that, a fiction. However, suggestions swirled in from the public to address the slippery problem and make astronaut diapers a thing of the past. Air Force Colonel Thatcher Carden submitted the winning suggestion, dubbed Mace's Perennial Access and Toileting System, or MPAS for short. Colonel Carden received a $15,000 prize, but specific details of the system were not available in time for this broadcast. Not that we're really trying to flesh them out. Finally, this week, SpaceX revealed plans to send at least 2 space tourists on a flyby of the moon. During a teleconference with reporters, founder Elon Musk described plans to send 2 paying passengers around Luna. They would ride in a Dragon crew capsule lofted by one of the company's massive Falcon heavy launch vehicles. NASA officials quickly commended the upstart company for reaching higher and pledged to work with SpaceX to maintain high standards for safety and reliability. SpaceX plans to launch this first moon mission in 2018, possibly in time for the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. I'm Michael Morlan, and this is all the real space news you can use.
That's pretty cool. You know, the thing about doing space games, when we first started doing them 20 years ago, we weren't really in space that much. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Brian, come on, dude. You've been around for more than that. You were there the day I started Origin. You were working on like Prowler or something, I think, right?
Yeah, Strike Commander.
Oh, Strike Commander.
Yeah, can't
F,
do the rest. Yeah.
That's a funny ass shirt. Yeah. I still recall Aaron falling down drunk in front of the band.
On the lawn.
On the lawn, he slept there too.
Yeah, we have that picture somewhere.
That was
made the Origin newsletter. In fact,
that was
a picture of Aaron toppled over.
Different era. Different. Yeah. You don't do that anymore.
No.
It was a pretty cool time to be in video games.
The world has changed.
Yeah, much probably for the.
We're all really grown up now.
Grown up. The world has changed. Not us. Anyway, so thank you guys for being there. Here's a look at some of the agents of the underground. People we'd like you to support. They're streaming our product all the time. If you're one of them, let us know. We'll put you up. People streaming, get on Twitch. Tell people about it. You are the army of folks that are helping us let this get spreading the seed. Yeah, that doesn't sound so good.
Why you gotta make it gross, man?
I don't know, man. Just tell people about it. Join us on Twitch, Twitter, MySpace. We're not actually on MySpace. YouTube, Facebook. Tell people about us. That's the biggest thing you can do is let people know. Join us after the show. We're going to be playing the game with you. You guys can tell us what you want to play. We do Dev Play every Friday. We'd like to do it more often, but we have to kind of make the game.
Yeah, we're kind of busy. You know what they should do?
What about Fire Dragon?
They should all give up everything for Lent except Descent Underground.
Yes. Nothing but 24/7 Descent Underground.
Yes.
And also check out Fire Dragon. He streams pretty much every day the making of assets on the. It's really cool. Coming up this week, we have a new Proving Grounds build. Maybe this will be out by now. Which with the new no more getting 110 level in survival. Right?
Well, maybe they will. I mean, these guys are.
They are good.
The problem is that the audience is far better than the developers at the game that the developers are developing, which is just kind of difficult.
Unless you throw a Pixley at it.
No. Even then.
I know, even then. We just wanted to throw a Pixley. We hadn't done that in a while. So we're also working on a single player. Multiplayer demo is nearly done. It's pretty close. We've got that ready to go. So Proving Grounds we'll get the Proving Grounds first, the multiplayer demo. Multiplayer demo is going to be something for everybody, so that'll be fun. Reactor Core is getting its art too, in the 3-stage process of blowing it up. Submit your forum feedback questions. Again, follow us everywhere. We are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Especially, we'll see you all underground.